everybody. It's 9:07 a.m. We got Epidemic Sound Instrumental. Proudly playing in the background. Kind of like it. Gives you a nice upbeat feeling. So, what's going on today? Well, Elon Musk's, I should say, SpaceX's Starship planning on going to the planet Mars, 250 million miles away at its closest point, because both planets rotate around the sun at different speeds. So it's not like both of them are going like this. They're going, and there is a point every 2 years where there is a closest distance, and it's about 250 million miles at the closest distance. And unless you take off from Earth at a precise moment, you got to wait another 2 years, or else you're chasing this planet through our solar system. And that's all I can tell you about that. There's probably more to be said, but epidemic. Let's calm epidemic down just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Took it down a notch. The Mac operating system has an upgrade. It's called Mac OS Tahoe 26. Apple has changed their nomenclature on these software version numbers. They went from 14 to 26. The number of I'm trying to think what the 26 stands for. I guess I'll have to ask Hey Siri, with beta software beta 26, what does the 26 stand for?
I can use chat. Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
All right. The next number is 27. Oh, no, nice. I don't think. Hey Siri, with iOS 26, what does the 26 mean?
I found this on the web.
Okay, we have an answer. we have. There it is. It's like buying a car. When you buy a car, even though you buy it now, it's considered a model year. You know, like if it's a Lexus, it's the 26th year, 2026. It's the year of the release. So iOS 26 means it's the upgrade for year 26. All right. Not complicated. Instead of it being the 14th revision, it's the version that most people will be
It's 9:15.
using it in next calendar year, which is 2026. So not too complicated. And we're also day 26, so it's 26 squared. Starship was supposed to take off yesterday at 7:30 or so Eastern Time. But the weather was not cooperating. There was some hammerhead clouds, rain clouds in the area, and they have certain rules that they follow. So with about well, you can see right there, T-minus 2 minutes and 7 seconds. You can see it right here. This is the SpaceX Starship T-minus countdown clock. And at the 2-minute warning, there's a 2-minute, you can put a hold on the countdown. So they put a hold on it, and then not shortly thereafter, I don't know if I have it. I don't think I have it. Instead of T-minus 2 minutes, it said scrub. Yep, they scrubbed it. They scrubbed it until today. So that's why I have a nice picture of it. So set yourself an alarm for 7:15 Eastern Time, if you're Eastern Time, or 6:15 Central Time, so you can get comfy, get your popcorn made, and you watch this huge. It's hard to really imagine how big this thing is. And these pictures, when you see it like this, it just looks like a rocket ship, and you think it's. But if you, I guess when you see a car in a parking lot, or you see these other big buildings, which there aren't any buildings in the area. But you can see these diagonal, they're the stair steps. So if you can just imagine a human being on the stair steps in this little square, and delete that, it's it stands about 400 feet tall, so that's like a 40-story office building. So let's do this, just to order of magnitude. If it's 400 feet tall, and the average person is 5.75 feet tall, equals, so that's like 70 people standing head to toe all the way up, standing on top of each other. So if you can't imagine 400 feet, which is the equivalent of a 40-story office building, but it's hard to imagine that. Because you got something that's, it's, what? There, 30, it's 30 feet in diameter. .30 feet in diameter and 400 feet tall. Yep. So you can actually tune in earlier than 7:15. You can tune in at 7. You can tune in at 6:30. And they'll go to YouTube. YouTube Live. And then you'll see a number of channels that have broadcasts, cameras set up all over the place. This channel was a channel that had SpaceX in the name. So if you look, and it had like 25,000, you can tell with the YouTube how many people are listening to you live. So it'll be the channel with probably the largest audience. This is a picture with T-minus 35 minutes and counting. In other words, our countdown clock goes backwards. Whereas this is a count up clock. Yeah. over here. That is today. This is current time right now is 9:23 a.m. August 26th. Excuse me. Yeah, August 26th. So Sunday would be the new month. Well, we had our first, driving the car for 6 years, we had our first service problem. The Sentry mode stopped working, which is the mode where you have the cameras are on standby all the way around your car. However, if someone comes up close and they start messing with your car, the Sentry mode gets excited and says, what are you doing here? Anyway, it starts recording. So when someone starts looking in your car, touches the car, Sentry mode silently starts to operate. It doesn't say stand back, or it seems like in the years in history, if you go back 4 or 5 years, it used to, you could have it say stand back. Yeah. Anyway, the navigation system is not working, and the map on the console, if you activate the navigator and you put in an address, take me here, it doesn't do anything. You can type in the address and it just doesn't do anything. So the navigator's not working, and the cameras aren't working, because when you do the turn signals, it shows you, if you do a left-hand turn, there's a camera that's facing, backwards, if you will, to show your blind spot, so you don't drive into somebody that's right near you or next to you. So when you put on the turn signals, no camera shows up, it's just a black screen. So I did a print screen. I asked the question. I said, what's going on? My navigator isn't working, and Sentry mode isn't working, and all the cameras are off. So here's the answer from our Tesla assistant. It goes through the book of knowledge, everything Tesla. Based on the context, these issues are likely related to camera obstructions or system limitations. Here are some troubleshooting steps. Make sure the cameras are clean. They're clean. For navigation, re-enable tracking by touching the map. And of course, if you touch the map, north up or heading up, if issues persist, may have to reset it. Well, reset it is, in more common terms, that means reboot it. And to reboot a Tesla, there are little round buttons inside the steering wheel. That's the only things that are actually on the steering wheel. Well, you can depress the horn in the middle, and then there's a little button on the left side, a little button on the right side. Well, to reboot, if you're more familiar with laptops, personal computers, than you are the computer in a Tesla car, this would be, I guess in Tesla speak, it's resetting it. In Jimmy speak, we want to reboot. We want to shut down the computer in the car and have it start up again and see if it recognizes the cameras and, see if the navigation system is functioning again. I don't know what would have turned it off, but something did. So, you basically depress
It's 9:30.
both buttons on the steering wheel for about 30 seconds. You just push them both in. You push them straight in and hold them in for 30 seconds. And then the screen will go dark because the computer is rebooting. So the display has nothing to display. And then about 20 seconds, then you can, when the screen goes black, you can let go of the two buttons because the computer is rebooting. And hopefully that resolves this problem. Marilyn says, I hope it's going to be working. There you go. Marilyn's iPad was ringing. These devices have cell numbers in them. Let me show you. I go to Settings. I go to About. And I have to go full screen on About. Oh gosh. There it is. Technology is a pain in the butt. All right. Now we're full screen. So you can see. So now my iPad is all the thing you can see. You can't see anything else. And I'm going to go down here a little bit so you can see there's my iPad Pro 13-inch. It's got an M4 chip in it, which which is the most advanced chip they have so far. I have this Apple One Care. I'll come back to that. That's important for you to know what that is. And then see right here, right in the middle of your screen, cellular data number. Now, AT&T is using this as a data line, not a talking line. So inside of every Tesla car, by the way, is a cellular data number. And the cars communicate back and forth with Fremont, California, in their headquarters office. And it's, in other words, it goes out to whatever the cellular data number is assigned to your Tesla car. Now, you can't make phone calls on it. Just like presumably I can't make phone calls on the cellular data number ending in 8930. Now, it uses this data number when you're out and about, you're outside of your office or you're outside of your home, and you're away from your known Wi-Fi connection points, and you do a Google search or something, it uses this data line because this would be the cellular chipset that it would use to connect to the internet. So it would go through the cellular system to find out whatever you queried, whatever you asked a question of. So it has a it has an IMEI number. A lot of times if you have a problem with your cellular phone, or if you have a problem with your iPad, the technician at AT&T, for example, would say, Mr. Wilson, what's your IMEI number? And there it is. It's a 13-digit number. No, it's 6 and 6 is 12. It's a 15-digit number. Yeah. So anyway, that's the cellular data number. If you buy the iPad with the cellular chipset, they would call it at Apple, it costs you about $130 extra when they add up. If you buy a El Cheapo iPad, one that doesn't have a cellular data if it doesn't have the cellular data chipset, then there'd be no entry here. That 8930 number would be gone. When you buy an iPad with the cellular system capability, and when you connect your iPad up, if you call AT&T, for example, and say, I want my cellular data number activated, when they activate it, then you'll see a number right there. All right, I wanted to come back to this little thing here. See this Apple Care 1? Now, if you sign up for Apple Care 1, then you'll have Apple Care 1 in this spot. If you didn't, then it would just say Apple Care, like with a plus sign, meaning that you're paying for Apple Care through your iPad. or there wouldn't be an entry there because you don't have any care policies on your iPad. I get the service policies on all these devices. Well, Apple just came out with a new product that allows you to combine all your devices under one insurance plan. So you don't have 10 or 12 different service plans. Well, this is supposed to be a simulcast with three social networks, and two of them just dropped off after 30 minutes. They said, oops, see ya. So that is something with the internet to cause them to bomb out. So instead of it being a simulcast, we're just broadcasting on YouTube Live, which is my favorite channel anyway. Anyway, AppleCare 1. There's an arrow, so I'm going to touch that arrow. And it's loading up everything it knows about. So what is iPad Pro? Well, that's the device I have here. Your device is covered for accidental damage, theft and loss, express replacement.